Hello and welcome to Follow Everton. We're here reacting to Everton's emphatic win against Leeds today. I'm with Mabsy. Mabsy, how are you doing? Did you get to see the game?
I, I did. Unfortunately, I couldn't go. Absolutely gutting. I couldn't, but unfortunately, I can't go to every game now because of my job. But
Mm.
it happens. But I was able to watch it. Absolutely
Yeah, it's
amazing
a shame you
result.
weren't there. Wait,
I know.
your
You know
singing
what?
would have.
I tell you what. I think I'm not going to bother going again because obviously we win when I don't go.
You said that last week about John, didn't you? Every week is a different omen.
Yeah,
Uh,
different
We've
omen.
also got
But you know
Ryan.
what?
Get in! Absolutely the best performance of the season, Mabsy, and a lot of dynamic play from Everton, and I thought rock solid and really didn't give a lot of opportunity
Can I,
for Leeds on the counter attack either.
Does anyone know who this new signing was? Alex Iwobi or someone or other? Because I've never seen him before.
Put in a shift, didn't he, today? For
Wow,
once.
he was amazing. The whole team were amazing. But you know what? That's the problem. It's when they can
That
be
new left
asked.
got a new left back as well, Jojo Kenny. I mean, he
Oh,
looks like a
yeah,
talented young
yeah.
Who is
player.
that
He
young
hasn't got
left
much of a
back?
left foot, but
I tell you what, though, that shows you this is chalk and cheese, doesn't it? Let's be honest. This is why Rafa should never have got the fucking job ever. Everyone was
Mm.
unhappy. And you can tell Frankie comes in, absolutely storming it. I mean, okay, let's not get excited, not too excited.
mm,
Fuck it, you know what I am, but no, I just feel that we had a lot in the tank. You know, we kept on pushing. We're trying to get that fourth. Even you
I
know what I
know.
mean. That's how good.
Even Rondon nearly scored at the end there, didn't he?
No, I mean
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
got to judge
absolutely.
this in proportion to the season, haven't we? Frank's come in, and I think everyone's feeling quite happy, even despite that poor showing the other night. But we've played two sort of poor sides now. Let's give him a run. Let's keep backing up the team, and let's see where we can take this.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. And you know what, though, as I say, this we can build on this now. We go to Southampton, we build on it. You know, we just keep building week by week. I mean, you know, I think it's got Southampton at City at home.
Mm.
Oh dear.
A cup match.
No, but you know what? I tell you what. Honestly, that's you know what. If we lose that game, we win Southampton, you know, 6 points out of 9. I'd be fucking happy with that. Honestly, the way we are, we're slowly just driving away forward. We've
Mm.
got to look on the positive side now. I think, as I say, that Newcastle result, proper. Someone reversing that Newcastle
No,
result.
it's
I
the
mean,
parking sensors.
oh, did you get in that car park? I
Yeah,
use the
yeah,
car
yeah. Sorry,
park. Did
Mabs,
you
come
go
on,
into? Yeah.
stick on topic. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
but
Go on.
no. So our usual. So what's the train of thought? So what was I saying? So, hang on.
You were saying it was
Completely
the
lost the
best
train
ever.
of thought.
You were saying that you'd
Yeah,
take
yeah.
6 points. Obviously, I
Yeah,
think
so
a lot of
after
people would.
Newcastle, you know what? After Newcastle, it was doom and gloom, and you know it was kind of like, well, we had to win. We had to win Newcastle. We didn't do that, and then you're just like Wednesday. I was just depressed all day, and you know what? I thought Leeds were play. Then I watched Leeds play, and they
Depressed all
again
year,
they were
more like.
storming it. They came back. They came back through Villa, and you're just thinking, this Everton side, are they going to perform? And everyone's
You not
got
got a
behind
camera,
them.
Mabs?
I'm a workmate. I can't.
You can't stick your camera on.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're totally right. I mean, these bunch of players, they do have something in them. They just don't play for 90% of the season. And occasionally you can get a performance like this, and you've got to put it down to Frank really motivating them. And the crowd were really on
Crowd with the
point
man of the
today.
match today.
I know they were amazing. I mean, as I say, you could hear it. You could hear them you could hear all the songs coming out on the TV. It was just the
You made it
atmosphere.
horrible for Leeds.
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah.
did. But you could hear, you know, what I mean, hear it on the TV. That was the main thing. It showed everyone that actually the Goodison Park atmosphere is there.
Well,
You know what I mean?
we never let Leeds settle at all, to be honest with you. And you know, anytime Leeds got the ball, it was booing. It was like a relentless boo. And We made it
Yeah.
nasty. We did what other teams have done to us when we've gone to away games and made it just horrible for us.
Leeds
And
never settled in that
Absolutely.
first half at all. And
No.
our attacking play was really good, and we found we didn't take all our chances. We could have been 4-5 up at half time.
we should have, in
Who knew
reality, we should have. But we should have been out of sight. I know Leeds had a couple of really good opportunities. I think Rodrigo hit the crossbar twice with two really, really good efforts. But apart from that, Leeds didn't create an awful lot. They didn't really trouble us, and I felt like we were always in control of the game.
And did you know that we can do the high press as well? Did you know that?
Well, we squeezed up the pitch. Yeah, well, we've done it before, but we've done it in spells. We've never really done it in over a long period of time of several games. It's always been like certain games, but we've got to do that at home because of the crowd. It's not necessarily as important away from home, but at home you have to press.
The crowd were on top before even the game had started. It was almost like derby atmosphere.
Everton were putting on promotion offers at the bar to get people in. They were putting on the match. This whole get everyone in, get these banners. You can see the banners. Some people were hanging the banners out the car windows today. I was going through much traffic to try and get to work, and just absolutely amazing. And wow, I'm just like so made up. I'm gutted I can't go out and get on the piss tonight, to be honest. But
no, and it's a comfortable, keeps us 5 points away from the bottom three with Norwich to play Man City today. Hopefully Norwich
17 points.
Convincingly beaten today by Man City. I was really pleased today to see it was a faultless performance from, I'd say, the full 11 players and the fan base. I mean, I can't think of a single negative. A couple of opportunities that Leeds did have that we talked about did come from just failing to track the runner, but fatigue is always going to be involved when you've got to do that level of pressing. But shout outs to John Joe Kenny at left back as well, who he looked comfortable, and Van der Beek as well.
I was just going to say exactly the same thing. Shout outs to Van der Beek.
So I've got to feel for Richarlison. Got to feel for the poor guy.
How was it giving us Gordon's? How was it giving us Gordon's goal?
It was deflection, mate. It was Gordon's. But I do feel sorry for him because even Gordon didn't even know. He came he was off on the bench, and then just a few of the lads told him. He just started laughing. He saw that in the TV and just.
When did it hit? Was it going wide?
I'm not too sure. To be honest, it must have been, but. As I say, it's definitely a deflection. It definitely hit. Last man definitely hit.
Unsighted keeper.
Yeah.
I thought it just looked like he rolled it in on it with his left foot.
If you don't shoot, you don't score.
No, exactly. And it's come off Gordon. Fair play. It happens. But I think
Gordon should have scored in the first half.
Looked like a clean finish to me, but obviously we're at the other side of the.
But going back to the John Joe Kenny, Leeds made a tactical switch at half time. They brought off Rafinha because he didn't do anything, because John Joe Kenny had him in his pocket. Yeah. And, they had to put Dan James there. They were quite ineffective in that forward line, which showed it was a testament to Everton's performance.
We mopped up everything.
Well, Van der Beek and Allen were always there.
David, you got one job. He's got one job to hold the camera. Tenacious.
I'm getting blasted with.
Would you turn it down then? Tenacious, incredibly tenacious from Van der Beek. I didn't realise he had that kind of combative nature in his game. You can pick it up if you want. If you just want to, don't want to put it in the middle. You don't have to put it in the middle.
No, I was very impressed with Van der Beek.
Don't want to look at your chin, David.
Yeah, absolutely. But we were meant to get him in the summer, weren't we? And again, that Coppite stopped us getting him. Because I think Bands wanted him, didn't he?
What Coppite?
Obviously being a third Dutchman. But that,
probably too good at football.
That Coppite Benitez.
Oh, I thought he wanted
Benitez stopped us. No, I'm sure that it was Bands. I don't know. I'm sure we got after him.
I thought it was United. I thought United did
I
it
don't
because
know.
Maps
United
is
are
still calling him Marcel Bands.
they're very difficult to negotiate with
Brands or
United.
whatever. Who cares?
They don't like to let players go, and I think we'll find that difficult if he does keep this level of performance up and we try and sign him. I think we'll find it very difficult.
You know what, Dave? If he does a job for us and he goes back, then unfortunately that's it. You know what I mean? That's the nature of football. At least he's kept us up, and that's what he's coming
Yeah.
to do.
But
So
you'll have to
You
replicate
don't want to
that.
fall in love with a lone player who turns out to be a complete
yeah, we did that
footballer
with
in the middle
Zuma,
of the
didn't
park.
we? We did that with Zuma, didn't we? Look how that turned out.
Well, he's still a top player, even if he's a bellend.
Just
That's
a
the
shit
problem.
house. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
David's going to go to the comments. I mean, we can talk until the cows come home about that game. There's so many good elements of the match.
superlatives, as they say. Yeah.
Should we
Yeah.
talk about the goals? The first goal was tenacious play by Everton, getting men into the box. You know, Coleman's flying forward, and he keeps running and running until it bounces to him, and he gets his reward, doesn't he?
How's Calvert-Lewin not scored that and then it's gone in? And what is Coleman doing in the 6-yard box when he's playing, right side? He was right back. It was a 4-4-2, let's be honest. People were saying it was going to be, a certain formation. It was 4-4-2. But it was a different type of 4-4-2. It was fluid. You see Van der Beek willing to go beyond and go in those little pockets of space on the edge of the corners of the box. And it didn't feel like a rigid 4-4-2. Damari Gray would have had a field day today, by the way, can I just say, in that against
Yeah.
Leeds, honestly. Excuse me.
The
When's
amount
he
of
back?
space he would run into
Next week.
When's he
weekend,
back?
possibly.
Oh, happy days. Happy days.
Yeah.
We were talking about the goal, weren't we, Coleman?
First goal. Yeah.
I mean, it's ironic that it's a player that people are saying shouldn't play 3 games in a week, who's the exemplary footballer at the club, scoring the goal and
I had a very good
setting the
performance
example.
tonight.
Well, let's be honest. We've already kicked up the arse, haven't we? Let's not beat around the bush.
And the second
They've all
goal,
been.
obviously, you can see Paul Clement now, who's taken charge of set pieces. He goes out and kneels down and watches it. He's like watching the set pieces, a bit like Bielsa does on the floor, and just looked easy, didn't it? Lovely ball, back post.
Yeah.
Michael Keane out jumps, and that's the third. Is it the third or fourth set piece goal? Fourth goal from a set piece in a week.
In 3 matches.
In
Yeah.
3 matches. It was always a big part of Everton's game, set pieces. And then it became a big part in a negative way. Now it's become a big part in a positive way. And if you can combine that with goals from open play like we saw today, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. But unfortunately, not everyone's going to be like Leeds, who are very, very soft defensively. I mean, we won every header. We won absolutely everything in the air, and we won all the midfield battle. It's arguably the first time this season we have.
Southampton won't allow that. And they picked
Yeah.
up a point at Old Trafford today. So they're no pushover.
No, they're not. But I think we are away. But I think we can go there and get something. I can see it. I really can. I just got the belief that we've got the momentum now on our side. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an old fool, as they say.
Sorry, we didn't catch that.
It doesn't, Mabsy. If we lose connection, just talk as normal.
Okay, no problem. So yeah.
I mean, we try and do these instant match reactions straight after the game, and obviously this is extremely raw. We normally have our own studio that I film in, and that other guest too. So we want to keep it relevant, which is why it's been done straight after the game. So I appreciate all you watching, and if you like what you're listening to at the moment, please hit that subscribe button. I think we're on 875 subscribers now, or nearly 880. So it'd be great to get a few more subscribers and get up to 900. I think the target's 1,000 subscribers, so we could do it. And we're going to be giving a shout out to a couple of top Blues who watch us, Dave Weston, in the comments.
Right,
we're going to come to some of the comments now. Pass you over
Can you
to
read them
Basil.
out? Because I can't see them.
We always read them out, don't worry.
Yeah, okay.
One we put up before, but I'll just read it out now. Man of the match, the crowd just goes to show when the players give us something to cheer about. Goodison is the best ground for intimidating the opposition.
Totally, and however, we must give credit to the campaigners who the 27 campaign and the Everton supporters groups and Everton, but but they've got together, and united, and people say it's a cop-out thing. It's really not, honestly. Today proves that it's not a cop-out thing. Today proves, we get behind the team. Then it shouldn't be like that. I agreed, but Goodison Park, you can get rocking. You can get it rocking, and it just proved it today.
I think Benitez was a reason why fans, even if the team was doing, what it was it found it really difficult to get up for the game, to get excited, and really by stripping them of that, we know now we're in a more positive position to do well in the first place. So you've got the monkey off your back there, and their fans are coming in with a little bit more enthusiasm, a bit more of a positive attitude, and today there was banners, there was flags, and there was singing for 90 minutes more or less. Credit apart from the coin throwing by Leeds, they supported the team well.
I don't think it was a coin. It looked like
a bottle. Yeah,
it looked like something more.
So is that Leeds? Yeah. So was that Leeds United? Leeds
United throwing something.
They threw two different people through the same sort of object.
Couple of things coming down.
Well, they'll get nicked. So happy days.
Dave's also saying that they managed the game superbly. Pressed when they needed to, defended when they needed to. Absolutely superb. Babsy, what did you make of the second half? Because I think sitting in the stadium, we could obviously see Everton were lacking a bit of energy and up front and creativity, but we were grinding out to the end of the game and not letting Leeds back into it.
No, the intensity dropped off. I'm not going to say we were full pelt
for 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to play that, and they played it. But it's about game management, isn't it? At the end of the day, the game plan worked perfectly. They managed the game. They saw it out. A clean sheet against Leeds, to be fair, because the free scoring. Let's face it.
A clean sheet, fantastic. I don't know if you heard my space before, but I did my Harry Redknapp impression, Mavsy, and it went down a storm.
I only heard a few bits. I think we've got a few guests coming on in the next few weeks, haven't we?
Yeah, I know Dan wants to get involved.
Yeah.
And Jeff, so it'd be good to get them on. But I did my Harry Redknapp, and I was asked what he thought about his nephew Frank Lampard getting the job as Everton manager. Well, he's a top player, Frankie, brilliant player, but fantastic opportunity for him. But really, I think it should have gone to Nico Crenshaw, top player, one of the lads, Nico, Peter, or Defoe. Get them the job, not my nephew. No, but seriously, he's a terrific player, top player, amazing.
Brilliant. But you know what though? This whole point is this.
I'm in a good mood.
Everton. But you know what though? This whole point is, I think people forget. We don't take ourselves seriously like some others. We'll have a bit of a laugh and a joke, and that's good.
I know. You can't do with our season. You can't.
We've got to. Well, got to be funny.
You look at other ones, and they're all all deadly serious. There's no banter, or it's so wooden. Some of them, but
what spaces and stuff.
No, spaces and podcasts and stuff like that are just so boring. There's no matter of fact, and as I say, I think we do big things differently. Our follow Everton, don't we? That's all I'm saying.
Yes, Mabs. No offense to any other channel or any other.
No, I'm not having a go at them. I'm just saying we do it differently, right? That's all I'm said. I've not named names or anything.
No, I can't even. Let's move on. Next comment. We don't know. I don't know who you're referring to be honest. But go on.
I'm not referring to anyone in particular.
No, I know. Some of them are boring. I'm not going to lie. Some of them are boring. Not naming any names. Right, go on.
Kevin says it was a great win. Let's get on with the season and win the cup.
Yes, excellent. Yeah. Stay up and win
the cup. Down, are we? We're gonna win the cup. Going down, are we?
As I said, I'm at this present moment in time, I'd be happy with 17th for the cup win. There we go. I said it.
Would you take a point, Mabsy, at St Mary's? That's what Dave's saying.
Yeah. You know what though? I think any away win. I said any away game. If you get a point, that's a good result as far as I'm concerned.
He's right. He's right. You're right, Mabsy.
Keep
I
the
think you have
momentum
to take a. You would take a point against Southampton. You
course
would.
you
You've
would,
got to
yeah.
keep ticking. Keep it
At
ticking.
the end of the day, At the end of the day, you're just keeping it go. You keep going up, aren't you? Getting to that closer and closer and closer to that final line of 40 points. It's going to be. We're going. Listen, guys. Right. Listen to everyone in here. We are going to have moments in this final end of the season where we're going to get angry. We're going to get sad. You know, it's not going to be straightforward as everyone thinks now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. We might end up losing the next 2 games.
Exactly. That's my point. Is at the end of the day, we can't lose our heads now. We've just got to focus and get behind the team, regardless of the results. And if we do that, we will get there. We will get to that magic 40, and we'll stay up. I think if the negativity creeps back in.
Yeah,
this is one we've got from Dave Bryan on a similar sort of topic. He's saying we've got to keep this going. Goodison atmosphere has to be top. Hope it's not one good game and then shit.
Well, we've had 2.
Consistency that
we've had the 2, haven't we?
We have lacked that consistency.
Yeah.
For many seasons.
You know,
now, really,
100% at home, Frank Lampard's record. And you know, as I say, I think.
Thanks, Dave.
We've got City. We've got City, but you know what? Then we've got Boreham Woods after that. You know what I mean? That will define our season.
The same week,
that'll
be
10-0.
Yeah, same week. So it's a Thursday. You know what though, right? Boreham Wood, I'd play a full strength squad. Yeah, and I'm not arsed. I'm going to say, you know what? I'd humiliate them. You know what I mean? Honestly, I don't care what people say, but
I agree.
Humiliate them because it breeds confidence in the team, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that confidence.
Playing the likes of Rondon and stuff, you just stiffen up the whole team. You know.
Remember we played. I know it's not.
I know
it's not the same, but remember we played that like Austrian team. We beat them like 22-0. On that pre-season. I know it's not going to happen again. Obviously, it's not. But you know what?
I double figures. I mean, it should really be double figures against Boreham Wood. It's a non-league team.
You know what? 10-0. I was joking.
Doesn't matter.
That's why it's not going to happen. It doesn't matter. You know what? 5-0. It's just speeding that confidence in the team. And as I say, that's going to be the pick-up for City. I'm not resigned to losing it by any stretch of imagination. I'm not asked about those gobshites across the park. I'd love to win City now because it's our season. It's us. Our survival is more important than them winning the title. Fuck them. Honestly, that's it.
Dave Weston, Mabsy, are you in a secret bunker planning the Ukraine?
Bunker.
I'm not. I'm not Dave, but I do work at a secure location, so I can't show my face today.
Got a Greek comment I can't decipher. Dave again, making Bielsa take off Rafinha was a major bonus. That was because we never let him get a sniff.
You know what though? That was it. You know when Rafinha came up, that was him conceding that he shot him up shop. You know what I mean? He's lost the game and he's resting him.
I think he was admitting that. You know, he came out in his interview, Bielsa, and he spoke about how Everton's dynamic front three, they just couldn't live with it where they were going, where they were interchanging. And in the second half, he was more defensive, and I think that's why we kind of struggled to break through them. But they couldn't create a beam because of it.
But that's what I'm saying. Is you're taking a creative player off like Rafinha, you're admitting defeat, aren't you? You just don't want any. You're resting the player for the next game and stuff like that because
I just think maybe Mavsy it wasn't so black and white. I think he wanted Daniel James up on the right to get at John Joe Kenny, and look, that didn't work either really, to go around the outside of him because it was very much always cutting in on against Kenny's the stronger foot, and he just looked composed. I mean, dare I say it, if he was like that as a squad player coming in, doesn't mind playing 6 to 10 games a season when required, he's not the worst, but he's not a long-term solution. You really want to have 2 left backs at the club you can bring in.
He probably didn't do much more or less than Michaelenko would have done in the circumstances.
No.
Just sit there, be tight, be solid. Don't let him get past you. Don't let him put a cross in. And, he didn't offer a lot going forward because he didn't have his left foot. So, he did a job there. Sometimes you've just got to do a job in a team. And as long as the rest of the team play well, you can get away with it, and that's what happened. Dave was saying Richarlison's shot was on target, but the keeper would have saved
Would have saved it. I think you're breaking up a bit.
it.
Yeah, so you say it's on target. And
Right.
what about our captain, Seamus Coleman? Well, we've already mentioned how
Paul said,
about Seamus
what
Coleman.
about the captain?
He was immense. I mean, at the end of the day, as I say,
Brilliant.
Yeah.
he's going to have brilliant games, absolutely. But I just don't think he's got it in him to play every single game up until the end of the season. And you know what? I do think we need to start
he's got to be used in the right moments. Yeah, it's a shame really we got that third goal a little bit earlier. Maybe Patterson would have got the chance to come on for 10 minutes and just soak a bit of the atmosphere up, and
Would be nice to get him on for a minute at the end.
I think that's what Agazi was doing, but just warm them up.
Yeah. Even Rondon had a shot. Missed a shot. It's just like
you've got to get them on. You've got to keep people happy. That's probably why he's put Rondon on and El Ghazi, just to keep them, motivated.
I don't know. I wouldn't give a shit.
Give the others a rest.
To be fair. Yeah. Anyway, well, you know what? The plan's working now. We're starting to look like a better team, and this is what we're looking like. This is what we're looking like after a week and a bit. You know what we're going to look like in a few weeks.
Very positive, Mabs.
Yeah, it's going to take a while, but
very positive.
There's really good positive signs.
Slowly but surely.
Van de Beek, we wanted him last season.
£45 million player.
Nice to see you here again.
Hi, Andrew.
Who's off to watch the Everton game next weekend. That's great. You're going to Southampton. Mabsy, are you going to Southampton?
No, unfortunately not. No.
You won't get me any tickets to any upcoming aways, Mabsy?
I'll try, but as I say, you turn down Newcastle, I don't say.
I know. I shouldn't have done that. In hindsight, I had no reason to do that. I thought I was busy and then I didn't. Sorry, mate.
I'll try and get. No, it's not your fault, mate. It's just they do come up, but you just got to be quick, mate. That's it. You know what I mean?
No, I know the Newcastle one was just impossible for me to go to, and then I realised on the day I probably could have gone. Yeah.
But my mate's actually is down south, so he's just going to take it. So
okay. Dave's giving credit to Dave Weston, I should say, is giving credit to our defensive line and their willingness to put bodies on the line and get their. How are you doing that in the middle of the comments? Heads when they aren't meant to be, we can defend. He's saying that when we actually have that mental capacity to want to defend and put our bodies on the line and get a clean sheet out of it, then they can.
The defensive commitment there today was a different level to what we've seen before this season. In terms of willing to block and get in the good positions and get back and defend, and it was everyone. It wasn't just the back four. It was everyone,
front, wasn't it? And Richarlison kind of epitomised that because he didn't have his best sort of creative or attacking performance.
He held the ball up really well.
He held the ball up. He brought others into play. He was in the right places and he chased the ball down. He won corners off things that he had no right to. And that sets the tone from the front.
Yeah, and whilst Richarlison wasn't the most effective going forward, I think often he clinging onto the ball a little bit too long. The hold-up play was fantastic, drawing fouls, and the two strikers really did have the beating of the Leeds central defenders today. Only slight worry maybe is Calvert-Lewin's just not quite there at the moment, but that's going to take time, and he gave us a good 70 minutes.
He's come back from an injury though, isn't he? So he's coming back, isn't he? So
thanks, Dave. I'm moving on now. Billy Moore. Hi, Billy. I haven't seen you around here before, so please subscribe if you haven't already. Already looking up to Palace. Yeah, I think we've got to look up the table rather than below us.
Yeah.
And he goes on to say, play like that at home and we'll win the majority of our home games. Get a few scouts from top sides too. I think we will. I think teams will not like to come to Goodison and play against that sort of Everton team with the crowd as volatile.
Crowd.
Yeah, it was really behind the Everton players and really horrible for Leeds. And he's saying, what
If we
relegation
can get
battle?
Goodison rocking again, like if we can get Goodison, I don't think we can get over cocky without saying that at the present moment. We are still in the deeps of it. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah.
As I say, I don't think. As I said to you last, I think it was on that space we did the other night, and that guy was just saying, "No, we'll be fine." And yeah, you know what? We might be. We just might be. You know, but to me,
Steve, his name
I'm
was,
just
I
not
think.
getting. Yeah, Steve, and his heart's in the right place, but we just can't get overly confident just yet. Just yet.
Yeah.
Come on, get a few more wins behind us, and then we can. You know,
Yeah, let's not get too ahead of
look,
ourselves, Mabs.
yeah.
Thanks, Mabsy. Cheers, Billy. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for us. Got Kevin. Hi, Kevin. He's saying he's subscribed.
Well done, thanks,
Thank you,
Kevin.
Kevin. Good man. Knows his stuff. Excuse me 1 second. David, you.
Maybe we should just move on to the next one.
Donny van de
Just gonna
Bos.
say,
Yeah, love it.
do you think it was man of the
Brilliant.
match? Do you think it was man of the match, Van der Beek? I think I'd give him my man of the match.
I think he's pretty close to it if he wasn't.
Fans
Yeah,
are man of the
but,
match.
yeah.
Yeah, he was one of them. I couldn't. I'd have to really sit down and think about it, to be honest. Rose,
Yeah,
a
it
friend
was
of mine,
too
Everton
hard.
Rose. Great YouTube
All right,
channel.
Rose.
If you, the only, well, not the only one, but one of the ones you should definitely be subscribed to, as well as ours, of course. Everton Rose. She's fantastic. She says, "Get in, players for fans more than play their part and enjoy your weekend." Thanks, Rose. You too. Kevin saying
Yeah, cheers,
Benitez
Rose.
was a terrible appointment. Yeah, I know.
We
Let's
know
try and
that.
stay positive tonight.
Let's move away from him.
Yeah, I know. He was holding the club back. He really was. Blue Nose KD Dublin with that kind of baggage. You know, you're never going to get on the plane. It's never going to take off. A clean sheet, 3 goals, 3 points, positivity abounds. Let's go on a winning run and build confidence. Goodison crowd,
Here's
great
open.
again. It was the right starting 11. I know, well, it turned out to be in the end, but we all looked at that and thought Holgate, Keane, Awobi,
I think we thought
Coleman,
it was 5 at the
Kenny.
back, didn't we?
I thought that
Yeah.
that defence and midfield, blimey. Thanks, Blue Nose. Absolutely fantastic. Westy saying, let's hope we don't reserve to type at Southampton. We need to utilise this confidence boost where we've won games, expecting a bounce and then get beat. I know it's one of those. I think Southampton in a really good vein of form, I should say.
That's because you saw the wipers go.
What happened?
Rain of form.
Wayne, what?
Rain of form.
No, go on,
The windscreen wiper went on my car while I'm for no reason, and I went from vein to rain. Brilliant. Amanda, hi Amanda. She's saying all the team was immense. Donny van der Beek was what we've needed in midfield all along. If he is that good, all the games will need to pay what's needed to be paid.
Be 40 million.
And then he'll come and he'll be crap after he signs on a permanent.
Everton, aren't we? But we don't.
Kev
we
saying,
don't know because at the end of the day,
sorry,
I think United are waiting, aren't they? Until the new manager comes in the season is wanted as well.
They're not going to go for someone like him. They just want the big fucking names all the time. Kevin saying, let's crack on a win every league game and then win the FA Cup.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
saying we need to stick together. Even the Toffee channels on YouTube, don't be trolls. Let the other teams in our beds do that shite.
Correct. And I wasn't, just to clarify, I was just saying we do it differently. And that was all. Wasn't slating anyone.
No,
but
the point we were making is it's just relax. It's just a relax. There's nothing. It's not too structured, not too intense. We're not thinking about anyone else. But I think what Mabsy was just trying to say is that it's just a relax. It's not professional what we're doing now. In no way. He's on his phone. I'm in the car. It's just a bit of fun. People like it. So please don't take it in a different way to what we meant, because it's not at all.
Yeah, wasn't meant like that.
Mabsy's on Babecast. That's from Dave. I've got this comment from this guy. I don't know what that means. Mike saying, Van the man, come on you Blues. Thanks, Michael. Make sure you're subscribed. How many subs are we on now, Mabsy?
I don't know, mate. Hang on. I'll look now, quickly. I know I'm on low battery, if that helps.
Keep the comments coming in, guys. We'll be on the stream a little bit longer. We might do a player ratings video separately at some point.
875 we're on at the moment.
875. Come on, someone hit that subscribe button for us who's new to the channel. That would be fantastic.
106
Kevin saying,
videos,
no, it's a
know
good
that.
channel. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks, Kevin. Much appreciated.
Cheers,
Moving
Kevin.
forward then, Southampton away from home. And what can you take from the performance today moving into that?
You
Obviously,
can take
a really good
everything.
display, but
as I said
that
before,
4-4-2 is
confidence.
4-4-2 is an option again, and 5 at the back still an option, and there's flexibility.
I think what the biggest learn for me was Van der Beek and what he can offer in the side, because I thought with playing a back 5, he's got the security of 3 centre backs behind him. You can let him roam forward, but actually it ended up with a 4-4-2, and he was one of the he was one of the two, and we didn't look kind of over dominated, did we? Because Allen and Van der Beek brought so much energy to the team. You imagine them with Decore in. You'd be swarming all over teams.
He's gonna at some point.
Yeah,
I mean, you're never gonna have a fully fit team all the while. It's impossible to keep everyone fit. But at some point, when he does have most of the squad available, it's difficult to pick the forwards and it's difficult to pick the midfielders. I think the defence for me is Godfrey and Mina. As the centre halves. We all thought it was going to be Patterson and Mikalenko, but neither of them have been able to get any momentum or even in the team in Patterson's case. Hugh saying, hi Hugh, he's saying Gordon running at fullbacks and passing is improving fast. He should have scored. Yeah, he should have scored. I think his application, his attitude, his commitment and his desire to do well is the best in the squad. I think in terms of creativity and wanting to make things happen, he's improved so much better. He's adding assists and goals to his game. He needs more to be a really good Premier League player and not just an impact player off the bench, for example, in the long term. He's got to add goals and assists from starting games. And today, he's obviously ended up with the goal and the assist for the corner. So, credit to Anthony, and he's a lovely guy as well.
What we've got there
is mate.
Competition for places in the wide areas, which is obviously going to keep up the intensity of their performances. And it allows you the ability to rotate players and still have them fresh in those wide areas.
And the team today seemed really well drilled, able to react. Obviously, the pressing without the ball was brilliant, start across the pitch from the top, but also being able to react when Leeds got the ball and get in shape, to win the ball back quickly when we lost it as well, to stop Leeds playing through. That was something I noticed. We're winning the ball back quickly when we lost it, getting back into positions, not afraid to make a tactical foul, and with Van der Beek as well, getting a foot in. And it was just a complete performance from start to finish. We could go long, we could go short. There was good movement. If it was being really critical, I'd say a little spell in the second half for 20 minutes. We didn't really have much control. It was kind of a bit of a scrappy game, as what you call it, for 20 minutes. And Iwobi got caught out because he was trying to press for Calvert-Lewin and be, coming back with him. So he was doing two-man's job. I think we've lost Mabsy. Maybe he's been caught. He's been caught, hasn't he? At work. Should be at work on his phone for 38 minutes while he's getting paid, especially with who he works for, but we're not going to say. I've lost my trail of thought.
Alex Iwobi.
Who was spiked this corner? Yeah, just look composed on the ball. I mean, he's not great in the 1v1s. I think Mabsy's coming back in. Come back in, Mabsy.
Yeah, sorry about that.
He's not great in 1v1s, but he did what he needed to do, and his movement was good, and he worked hard. So, look, you know what you're going to get with him. I love how people stop to drop into the stream and you get loads of people because everyone goes home, but some of the other streams end. Amanda saying Gordon's done a Mason Mount. I mean, I've seen that sort of synergy between the two. Frank Lampard got the best out of Mount, and it's Gordon. Do you think he's another? Yeah, he's nodding.
Well, he's good enough, isn't he? He's proven it. So he can be our Mason Mount, but he's not. He doesn't play that position, does he? He's more of a natural wide player. He's got the ability to put crosses in and beat a man, whereas Mason Mount picks up places in the. He picks up spaces in the half, in between the lines, and he's more of a creator. But in terms of being a young talent that the team can kind of rely on, then yeah, he's proving over a consistent number of matches now. And he's got his fitness up. He can play 90 minutes every week.
Thanks, Dave. And thanks, Amanda. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm sure you're already subscribed, but if you haven't, just hit the like for us and subscribe. Mike saying Gordon has so much potential in this squad. I agree. I think everyone's really happy with Gordon, and Gordon's going to save us a minimum of 50 million. Yeah, he's honest to God. Yeah, at the moment,
Easily.
you know, he's a 20 million pound player plus, and you know, we'll see
He's
how
going
he
to improve.
develops. If he gets double figures a season, or even 6 to 8 goals in a season, you're talking about a good winger there who's only going to get better.
He's already on form, better than Iwobi, and we haven't seen El Ghazi, but obviously in training
He's a first team player.
You know,
he's the second best winger at the club behind Damari Gray. He's the second best winger at the club, and he's 20 years of age. Mason is an 8. Gordon's more direct, but hopefully he can upgrade to baller level. Yeah, fair enough, Hugh. Fair enough. Colgate kicked in the gut. Yeah, he did get kicked, didn't he? He went down. He got kicked the high boot.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah,
he's willing to put himself on the line.
Yeah, he should have.
No injuries today. That's a positive too. There was a couple of scares, wasn't there, with
Richarlison.
Couple of scares. Yeah. Also a shout out. David next to me goes as Basil, but on Twitter he's Allerton Blue. Give him a follow on there. And also, if you're new to the channel, welcome to Follow Everton. I'm Ryan, the host. I've got Mabsy with me on the other end of the line. He normally has his camera on, but he's too busy doing something else, which we can't repeat on here.
Yeah.
If you'd like
nothing sinister, mind. I just don't want leaking any confidential information gets out.
No, I know. Exactly, that's why I said it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you were alluding to there, Mabs.
Nothing.
If you're new, oh, okay. You were gone. Don't have to want to get Harry Redknapp out. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for us.
Just got that one.
Down the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. It's free, costs nothing, helps us out. We're providing this great Everton content. So let's try and get up to 1,000 subs. No, it's not going to happen today, but at some point soon it's going to happen. So help us on our way. If you're watching this and you aren't subscribed, just subscribe. Why are you not to? I believe 75% of people who watch us aren't subscribed. So please, can you do the decent thing and hit that bloody button? No injuries today, fantastic. Mike saying Gordon, so much potential. Dave saying, why is it taking us to be in so much trouble to put the performance in?
Because I think it was because of that gobshite that we had in charge, and everyone was just getting sick.
Life dry.
It was killing us. He was killing the club, and he was taking over slowly but surely, taking over as well, and that was it, making them more fucking powerful.
Just before I wrap things up on here, I'm going to be back on shortly with a player ratings video, probably on my own. Just going to go to the final comments now from Pokey, who watches a lot. The Jedi. He's saying Donny ran the midfield, a great passer of the ball, and a grafter too. Up for a challenge. I think that's the perfect analysis of Donny van der Beek. And if he continues like that, he will be, he'll go very far in the Premier League. Hugh's also saying Ayling should have been sent off for the kick on Holgate. I'll have to see that back, Hugh, but I'll take your word on that.
It was bad. It was bad, to be fair, though. It wasn't great. It was disgusting, to be fair. He should have been sent off. Yeah, I agree with that.
Did VAR check it?
No.
Final thoughts then, Mabsy?
Absolutely confidence builder. Blows away the cobwebs. Lets us focus, and the fans were absolutely amazing. Who went, and I am so gutted that I could not have gone today. I just couldn't get it off work.
The one game you've not been to all season.
The one game, isn't it just? It just happens. But you know what? Absolutely, fans, every single one of you, over 39,000, by the Leeds fans, you were amazing today, and you were the 12th man. So that's just amazing overall.
Thanks, Mabs. Listen, guys, thank you so much for watching. Follow Everton. Everton have beaten Leeds United 3-0 at Goodison Park today. A clean sheet and 3 goals for the Toffees. The fans were given a treat. It was absolutely fantastic. From start to finish, complete control, complete domination. Really nice goals as well. Pleasing to see us score from a set piece and also not concede from a set piece for once. And really pass the ball well, show flexibility in the system, shut up shop and not give them a sniff. So it's a complete game. Apart from the 2 times they hit the crossbar, I think Leeds didn't do anything, and we were completely in control, and that's so happy. We can all go and enjoy the rest of our weekend without having to sulk around and be miserable to our partners and family. So It's really happy to see us win. Thanks, Kevin, for this lovely comment. He's saying you have a well-spoken voice, perfect for broadcasting. I'm a singer, I'm an entertainer, professional musician. So I'm in sort of something to do with that, but not quite. And I'd love to get this channel growing, and I could probably say I'm a professional broadcaster then on YouTube. Thanks, Kevin.
Professional
That's very
blogger.
flattering.
V blogger.
Professional blogger, professional blagger, more
Blagger.
Blogger.
I'll be back on here in about 15 minutes time with a player ratings video. Until then, take care and join us back on that video. So make sure you subscribe so you get the notification. Mabsy, see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon, mate.
Up the Toffees. Thanks, guys.
Up the fucking Toffees. Bye.
It's very difficult to do this on the phone, isn't it? You got to find your